What's up, everybody? How are you? Happy Sunday evening. We have a great cooking show for you tonight. We're going to do some amazing filet mignon skewers and some warm lamb salad and a beautiful dessert tray for you. I got my friend Sandy Rask on. She's taught over 300 people how to cook and get twice the flavor for half the calories and half the time with her program, Food 2.5, which we are also going to launch our new joint venture tonight. You guys, we've been talking about it. So we're super excited to bring you the Food 2.5 monthly challenge. We're going to do amazing stuff such as not once, but twice a week, live cooking demonstrations inside the group. You'll have access to a secret Facebook group. You have access to recipes, cooking tips, techniques, but you'll get 2 cooking demonstrations, live cooking demonstrations a week. We've got free your fridge. So we're going to help you clear out your refrigerator. We're going to help you cook with what you have in the fridge. We're going to clean out, purge the pantry. We're going to do all that stuff. We're going to do product reviews. It's going to be amazing. Plus, we have a swear jar. Okay, so every time Dr. V swears or says something inappropriate to Sandy, I have to pay $1. So far, the swear jar is up to $45. $45. How much am I going to be adding to the swear jar tonight? Okay, so this is fun. You can only win the swear jar. The swear jar, we actually will hold a raffle, and one viewer will win the swear jar a month. Plus, you'll get an opportunity to win the prize. The winner of the swear jar also wins the prize. So this month's prize, who wants to see this month's prize? Put a 1 in the comment section if you want to see this month's prize. Come on, I'll show it to you, right? What's the prize for this month? That's right, Chris. I need your help, Chris. It's going to be very expensive, brother. All right, so put a 1 in the comment section if you want to see the prize. The prize for December. It's sexy. I want to tell you, it is super sexy. Check that out. Check that out. Christina, Beverly. There you go. Kathy, Rhonda, Maita, Kathy. Woohoo. Swear jar. All right, here's the prize. It's this knife sharpener. No, just kidding. Well, this actually comes with a kit, but I have to scoot back. All right. If you join the Food 2.5 Club 2.5, you have an opportunity to win this sexy beast right here. Look at that. Isn't that sexy? This is a cutlery set with 2 acrylic panes that actually displays the knife. Isn't that cool? And you know what else is cool? Dr. Vaughn is officially declaring the end to polished nickel and silver, and I'm ushering in black. Look at that. Look at that black color. Isn't that badass? So I bet you nobody here has a set of black knives. This is crazy. How cool is that? And how perfect is that for 2020, man? Isn't that cool? You can totally see it. Who needs this? 1 viewer will win this. You got to look all you guys. Pizza. It says pizza on it. How perfect is that for my viewers? Little cheese knife there. And this is my set. You'll get a brand new set. I'll send you a brand new set. What's also really cool is this right here. This peeler. See that? It has a couple different blades. Somebody can tell me. That's a vegetable peeler, but this I think is probably for cheese, things like that. Isn't that cool? Totally sexy, heavy duty, very industrial looking, and sick, man. Sexy black. All right. So you have to be in the Club 2.5 to win that. All right. So to join Club 2.5, all you got to do is go to www.join2.5.com. Join2.5.com. And until next Sunday, you got 7 days. That's next Sunday. Today's the 13th to the 20th. You have a coupon code, GIFT2020. GIFT2020, and you will save 50%, 50. That's our Christmas special for you guys to join. We're just launching this. We already have a couple hundred members in there. It's a lot of fun. My hair is a freaking wreck. So who thinks that is sexy, man? Look at that. Cool. Me. Awesome. That peeler. That's right. Ooh, nice. Coleslaw. Check that out, Sandy. You could use that for making coleslaw. Has the knife sharpener with it. Super sexy, right? Terry's already a member. You gonna win it, Terry? Who's in? Heather? Heather, you gonna win that knife set? All right. Steve's a longtime watcher. Thank you. Ashley's in the club. So check that out. All right. Okay, with that, let's get to cooking, baby. My good friend Sandy Rask is on tonight. She's gonna do 3 amazing dishes. She's helped over 300 people find twice the flavor for half the calories. Give it up, Sandy Rask!
Hey, so good to see you.
Wait for you. Wait for you. Hey, come on.
I grew up in Southern California. I know my rose parade, you know.
Yeah.
I love that knife set. I love the obvious one, like the pizza knife. Totally missed it. I'm like, what do I use it for? Pizza.
Pizza. It even says it on there, pizza knife. Yeah.
Exactly.
So talk a little bit about this Club 2.5. What's the idea behind it, other than I'm going to be in there with you and we're going to rock and roll, have fun?
Exactly. So the idea behind it is really to get down to the strategy of, what do you need to be successful in your weight loss or weight maintenance journey, wherever you're at, and how do you find flavor and how do you take out in chemicals and take out, excess calories easily and not miss them. That's the idea. And we try to do it with fun lives, fun activities, fun, banter during the day. It's because you're making food decisions all day long.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. There's very few days that you actually don't eat. You can.
Yeah, exactly. And like last night, we cover everything. There's no topic that's off limits. Like we did holiday cocktails last night for an hour.
I heard about that, and I totally get the invite.
Yeah, we have so much fun with that. And then we do this thing called Free the Fridge Friday, which doesn't sound like much on the surface, but it's literally like we have guests come on, open the refrigerator doors, and as a group, we help them figure out what to make with it. And it's been great food 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. And Ashley says it keeps you motivated too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because we have, the members post their own plates, the ones they're proud of or the ones they have questions about. They post recipes and we diagnose how we could make it better. And really, let's see, how do you put flavor into water without adding calories? Oh, I got that. Can I answer?
All for you.
I love cucumber in water. I love mint in water.
Cucumber is amazing.
Yes. And I love tangerine oil. Food grade tangerine oil. That's my little you put a drop of that.
Everything you're talking about sounds too fancy for me.
Oh, stop it. Come on.
What's on the menu tonight, Miss Sandy? What are you making?
Are you talking about fancy? So I know this is a COVID year, and we could get totally depressed over talking about COVID, or we can spin it around and go, you know what, this is a really great opportunity to not have a holiday with the family members or the friends that we don't necessarily want to see, and have super special small celebrations. So I'm going to do the last time we got together on Thursday, I did an all seafood. So tonight it's all about the meat, but I'm going to give all my plant-powered friends some really good swap outs. So don't despair. If you don't eat red meat, it's not a big deal. You can stay in here and still find good food.
Yeah, my daughter and I always laugh about how we're really bad vegetarians. we're eating a steak going, man, we're really terrible vegetarians because we're always talking about how we're going to go vegetarian. We never do.
Well, I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like labeling yourself vegetarian or labeling yourself plant-powered or vegan, it's a big, heavy, burden. I'd rather say that I eat, just a little bit of meat and mostly vegetables. So I try hard not to label myself anything too in particular because I feel like I'm setting myself up to fail if I do that. So
I think that's important. You're totally right. I want to eat in a way that's consistent with my overall lifestyle and philosophies. And and this, we talk a lot about that. This food 2.5 is to like help heal our relationship with food.
Yeah.
So it's not a struggle, so that you're not on a diet. We're not trying to teach you a certain way to eat, right?
Exactly. And to release the fear.
The fear.
We do a lot of that. And I have people posting all the time now, like, think about what her name was. Now I'll leave names out. But I had a member who posted that she hates mushrooms, but she was so desperate to try umami. Yeah. When you say names, I would rather not, they can reveal themselves. But that excites me.
There's more than one Ashley in the world, I'm pretty sure.
That's right. So she was willing to go out on a limb because, we cooked with it so often that she wanted to give it a reasonable try. So that totally makes me happy. I have another member who
Dr. B has a wicked memory.
Oh my gosh. I have another member who considered herself a canned food queen. Do you remember who that was?
Yeah.
And she's now making soup from scratch. Like
I saw that too.
Yeah, that's Shanna. Shanna, I'll go ahead and say names. She wouldn't mind it. But yeah, so the menu for tonight, if we're going to do beef, we have to do the very best beef. And it has to be cows that are treated well. So I am doing filet mignon, but I'm going to do these little darling skewers of filet mignon for my 100% plant-powered people. When I say filet mignon, you're going to think mushroom or tofu. Okay, so I'm just going to keep saying filet mignon, but you just keep thinking this dish would be awesome with with portobello mushrooms or with firm tofu. All right, and then the second dish I'm going to do, I felt like I had to build this into the menu. I felt compelled to. First, because I found a great deal on ground lamb. And ground lamb to me has to be made into balls. It has to be. And Ashley,
you ready?
The question really is, and I'm going to let me answer this. Do you want small balls?
Big balls?
Do you want large balls, or do you want massive balls?
Shveli balls. I want shveli balls.
I believe the balls have to be moist to be good. So
you said moist.
They did. So we're gonna make my favorite Greek lamb meatballs. And again, there are plenty of vegetarian options that you can swap out from this. And what you're gonna see is I'm gonna plate this at the end and show you what a celebration for three looks like with lamb meatballs, with hoisin filet mignon skewers, and a salad underneath it. I'm on a mission to have all of the people that become affiliated with me in one way or another learn some really good plating techniques, because I think it makes all the difference between an average meal and a celebration. So let's get started. I want you to see if you can see my cutting board here. I'll move it so you can see a little bit better. There we go. All right, so this is Wagyu beef. All right, so the only thing better than this beef in the world. I know, right?
You're using Wagyu beef for like a Facebook cooking demo? That's ridiculous.
Yes, I am. Because I wouldn't eat anything less myself. I eat really, really good meat. But here's the thing. So this Wagyu beef filet mignon is $40 a pound. And you go, what the hell, Sandy? But I would never sit down with a pound steak in front of me and just eat it, right?
Wow.
I bought half
$40 a pound.
Exactly. So I bought half a pound, and my 3 family members are going to enjoy.
Do the math real quick. That's $20 you're holding. That's a $20 bill.
Hang on, let me show you $20 worth. Hold on.
That's not bad. I bought Erica 2 pounds of Alaskan king creme last night for $40 a pound. That was $80.
Oh, see, you know how to do it. Like on a celebration, this is where you put your money. You can cut other places, but the meat, if you're going to eat meat, you've got to find some really, really good sources.
We need to penalize our viewers for cussing. What do you think?
Take a buck bat out of the jar. Okay, so
give me $1, Ash.
That's right. So the very best in the world that you can find today by most standards is Kobe beef. The next one down, and that's a particular geography in Japan that they raise Kobe beef. Everywhere else in the world, if they follow those same Kobe beef standards, they call it Wagyu. So this is Wagyu.
Kobe is usually like $100 a pound. It's pretty expensive.
Yeah, exactly. So Wagyu is kind of the next. if I couldn't find Wagyu, I would be looking for pasture raised, organic, single cow source. I'd be looking for a lot of specifications, level 4, so I know that they're treated well and there's not a ton of antibiotics or hormones. So there's ways to get really good beef if you don't have access to Kobe or Wagyu. But this is Wagyu, and this is really dynamite. Then what I've done with my half pound is I cut it into slices. So this was a steak, and there was a third one on top of here, right? And I cut it this way. And then with one of them already, I've cut them into little tiny bite-sized pieces. Now, this is a catering trick that I learned years and years and years ago. Because what you want to do is I want to put these on a skewer. And what people don't want when they're standing at a party is a skewer with really big pieces of meat that they have to chew on and chew and chew and chew, and they can't talk to each other. So I love doing super fine cuts. You spend a little bit more time with the knife cutting it this way, but it will pay off because it's going to cook so fast on our grill. You'll see. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish cutting. And while I finish cutting, I'm going to talk about skewers. So here are the skewers I'm going to use. Let me pull one out so you can see. They're little baby short ones. Those are
little ones. Those are toothpicks.
These are so cute, aren't they? I don't know. It's bigger than a toothpick, but smaller than
like those. That's what I do for my Bloody Marys, man.
I know. See, I love these, but watch when I make
big skewers.
You can use big skewers if you want, but I like little skewers because what this does is it then tempers people to kind of slow down the meal a little bit. You can take one at a time. You can enjoy it, and it's not a big decision whether you take the next one. It's just a little bit of meat. So, and what I've done for the last hour, I put this in a glass of water because these are wood, and if you put them dry on your grill, on your barbecue, into your oven, these can catch fire. So I love using these little tiny skewers because look at this. I'm going to blast a bunch of these. But I usually like to put about 3 or 4 bites right onto a skewer. Look at how cute that is.
Now, are you not going to, do you marinate these beforehand, or is it just because they're so small you don't bother with the marinade and stuff?
I don't bother. And with Wagyu beef, there is no marinade. I want to taste that Wagyu beef. It's beautiful. It is tender. Like I almost could tear this. It's so tender.
Oh, Christina Whitaker, give me $1.
Oh, I'm baiting you so many ways here tonight.
I totally missed it.
Wait till you see. I'm just going to keep baiting you with these. That we're going to make balls. We're going to. All right. So I'm just going to make a bunch of these. I'm going to cut some more. And then what I'm going to do.
Andy brings up a good point here, which is for people who've had bariatric surgery, these smaller bites might make it easy for them in their weight loss surgery, for sure.
Totally. And I have a family member who just has a hard time chewing and swallowing. She's got some throat issues. And so little tiny pieces like this are so.
What you're saying is that she doesn't swallow.
Right. Did you just tell me that she doesn't swallow? Oh my God.
Tell me that she doesn't swallow. Naughty.
You are so bad. You are so bad. So look I'm going to make these, and I'm going to grill several of them, and so you can see what they look like finished. And then for a family of 3, for a celebration like this, what I'm going to do is figure out, like I've got a half pound here. Half pound is 8 ounces. That's 2 or 3 ounces a person. So then I'm going to make probably one more thing and a big platter of salad. It's not a huge amount of food. So I've got this pan hot. The other thing you're going to notice, and I'm going to go ahead and just cook these up so you can see them. I'm not going to salt or pepper these. These are so thin. You don't need to do both sides. And I'm going to glaze one side with a hoisin sauce that I just made.
What you said there is like totally like irreverent. How can you not salt and pepper meat?
Oh, because I've got plenty of salt and pepper in the hoisin. So the hoisin's going to, go over the top of it. And this is so thin that if I salt and pepper one side and then I hoisin glaze the other, it's going to end up too salty. You need bigger pieces of meat if you want to salt them. So you're going to get plenty of salt and pepper in the hoisin.
There's some girls that like bigger pieces of meat, I'm telling you.
I'm going to go to the grill now. I've got it hot, okay? And you'll hear. Oh, not quite. Hang on. Let me turn it back up just a little bit. I'll talk about hoisin while I'm heating it back up.
What's that pan you got going on there? That looks interesting.
Yeah. All right. So the pan here, let me put this out of the way so you can see. That is a Le Creuset grill pan. I love this thing more than life. So these two pans right here are my go-to every single day. If you're in the club, you know these two pans very well. You know, Le Creuset grill pan. And this is under $100. You can find these.
Really?
Yeah, because it's small. This
I've
is
got one of those grill pans, and it's supposed to be non-stick, but it's impossible to clean. And I've oiled it. I've done all sorts of stuff. I'm gonna throw it away.
What kind do you have?
I don't even know. It's a Cuisinart, I think, because it's big, it's pretty sturdy, and it's actually got warped from sitting at a weird angle in the pantry. But
Yeah.
it's always been impossible to clean, and I almost hate using it.
Yeah, throw it away. Get the Le Creuset. It's
it really cleans easy.
I use this. This is stainless steel. If I've got something that's on there that doesn't want to come off, I just stainless steel it, rub it with oil, and throw it into the oven for an hour. The cast iron, to me, is the best kind of pan to cook in. You get the best flavor. It gives you that best sort of caramelized crunch on the outside of meat that you just can't get in other kinds of pans. So I'm a huge believer. I like on the inside of the pan, plain cast iron. I don't want enamel on the inside. And on the outside, I can have enamel. So I'll pull this up when we're done. You'll see it's painted orange. It's cast iron. It's I just said it. Anyways, it's finished on the outside, but it's natural cast iron on the inside. And
enamel.
Thank you. Thank you. I haven't even gotten to cocktails yet.
That wasn't very. She said cocktail.
I know, right? Cocktails. And then this one is the everyday pan. This is a Staub. Same idea. I just like the cast iron plain on the inside and enamel on the outside. So those are my two go-tos. So this now sounds like it's hot. So I'm gonna put this in. Yeah, see, there we go. Can you guys hear that? All right, you're gonna see how lightning fast this goes. So these skewers are wet so that they don't burn. We're gonna cook the first side, flip them over, and I'm gonna use a brush to brush this homemade hoisin sauce in it. Now I've made this before, but with these recipes, I'll post this one. This is blackstrap molasses. It is tamari sauce. And I've got a little sesame oil, ginger and garlic, fish sauce, and a little rice vinegar. And that's it. You kind of make a slurry. Bee's going to come back and show you some. I don't like.
I'm just curious, what's wrong with my Lee Kum Kee, baby?
Yeah, well, what are the ingredients? Do you recognize all of them?
Well, if I had some, I actually should wear glasses, but I don't. Here you go, right here. Sugar, water, soybeans, salt, sweet potato. Hey, sweet potatoes got to be good for you. Modified cornstarch, sesame seeds, garlic, wheat flour, chili pepper, spices, caramel color, acetic acid, full FD&C, red color number 40. Potassium sorbate added as a preservative, contains soybeans and wheat.
Oh, wow.
And there's Vietnamese if you've never seen Vietnamese.
Oh, wow.
If you don't know.
It's from City of Industry. That's near me.
City of Industry.
Yeah. So that was not bad. I think it's not a big deal. I'd much rather make it know what's in it. And you can take this hoisin and make a peanut sauce out of it just by adding peanut butter. Like we keep calling it a mother sauce because it's.
Eileen wants to know if you could use your pomegranate reduction.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, Eileen, I love you. Yes, you can. That would be so good. It would be lightly sweet and it would caramelize. The one thing you have to be careful of with any of the ones with sugar, and even this one has some sugar in it because it has the molasses, is you don't want to get a ton on the pan. So if you've got it, use your pastry brush, like I've got this one, and just glaze the top of it. Because the more you get down in the cracks, it burns, and then fire alarms goes off, and it's really kind of ridiculous. So these are now done. Look at these. Oh my God, those are so deliciously good.
That was like 3 minutes.
That's it. The smaller you cut it, the easier it is. Let me finish fish.
That's what she said.
Right? All right, I'm gonna eat this one. Oh my god!
All right, so
I
would
mean,
you sprinkle some green onions on it, maybe some sesame seeds, or what? How do you make it look pretty?
exactly. You'll see it. You'll see it. Let me finish cooking these, and then we'll make the whole thing pretty. The whole platter will come together. All right. So I'm just cutting up a few more. I'm not going to do all of them in front of you because you get the idea. It's cut and skewer. So we'll do one more batch.
Can I do a disclaimer? Big flavors for small celebrations. I'm not telling you to gather for the holidays. Just to be clear, we're in the middle of a pandemic, but it's underneath your roof. You're good. So currently in my household, it's me, it's Erica, it's Erica's mom, and a 4-year-old. And my 14-year-old is in a different household with her mom and her new stepdad. So I'm not even having the other family's not even coming over. It is essentially just what's under my roof. So I could totally make this for the people.
Yeah. I love that. And if Christmas is not the holiday you celebrate, make this for New Year's. This would be a great New Year's. In my household, we've always done appetizers for New Year's. So stuff like this comes out all the time. And then when I get to plating it, you'll see I put enough on there so that everyone can get some. But I raised boys, and so I had to plan stuff like this very, very carefully. Like Wagyu beef to a single mom, I've really evolved. All right.
You bring up a good point because people are out of work.
Yeah.
We have COVID shutdown.
Yeah.
Some people might be watching this and say, like, how do you do it? Like, what?
Yeah.
Single mom, single dad. I've got make this Wagyu.
Yeah, the way you do it is order small. I planned half a pound for 3 people. So that's just a couple of ounces each. It's more expensive than beef, regular beef, but to me, I'd rather have 3 ounces of Wagyu beef and then have a big salad that I can help manage the cost of, or add in.
That's actually the proper size for beef. For meat, for protein is 3 ounces anyway. So it shouldn't be like a 16-ounce steak,
Nope.
or 24-ounce ribeye, bone-in ribeye, anything like that. It's just our portion sizes are crazy. Right.
I agree with you. And I think this helps make it it just makes it feel like it's the right size.
Yeah. And if you can't afford Wagyu or Kobe, you can make it as a goal to someday be able to afford Wagyu. Yep. But you could also make just regular substitutions. Would you, outside of the other things that you said, do you know the different standards like prime, choice, and
So truthfully, I don't know a lot about prime and choice. What I always look for is I look for local ranches. I look for level 3 or 4, and that's put out by I want to say AARP, but that's the wrong one. Hang on, I'll get it. But there's a standards board that puts out how you treat your meat, and a level 3 means that they get outside.
Tell me how you
I should know this, and it's failing me right now, the brain. But you want a level 3 or above because you want them to be antibiotic, hormone free, and you want them to be treated well, and to be able to go out to the field. I'm just going to glaze it because these are almost cooked, and look at this. I've almost cooked half a pound of meat, and then we're going to move on to meatballs. But yeah, there's many different grades. There's passion.
Is this going to be cool when you serve it? Is it a cool appetizer?
Yeah, so this would be, you could serve it cool because I've served it cool plenty of times. What I would actually do is do this in reverse, and I would have everything ready, and then 3 minutes before we're ready to kind of eat this, I would turn on the grill and get it going. So that's I would flip around the order that I'm doing this. I wanted to show you how this cooks, but you certainly don't have to do it in this order if you wanted them hot coming.
Right. So if you wanted this, if you were actually serving this, you would probably do this right before you serve so that it would come out warm.
Exactly. And you can see like how fast this goes. it's the timing of it's really pretty easy to calculate.
Are you basting it on one side every time you flip it? You baste it.
I baste the second side, so I cook one side, and then as soon as I flip it over, I baste the side that's cooked, and
that would cut down on all the sugar sticking and stuff like that I run into.
Exactly. And the heat
I baste my meat like a motherfucker. I baste it like a graffiti artist. Like, my bad.
Well, no kidding. Your Cuisinart is kind of a little jank. It's you gotta no. I'm nagging you. You gotta be gentle. Just a little bit goes a long way. So now all of our filet is cooked and done, and I'm about ready to turn off the pan, which is good because I can smell the sugars. I can smell the sugars on that last round. I did not mean to touch that pan. All right, turn that off. Okay, we're good. And the fire alarm did not go off. That's good.
I know. My pan was always like beep beep beep. And I'm always like, God damn it!
I know, right? I know.
Towel.
That is just, it's like, it'll go. I don't want to turn the fan on because you guys won't be able to hear me at all if I turn the fan on. So we're just going to pretend that doesn't exist back there. It's just back there. Okay. All right. So the next thing we're going to do, and the way that I was keeping the price of this meal down is I found I was going to do pork tonight, but there I was online shopping, at 1 a.m.
Online shopping? No.
I totally do online shopping. Anyone who ever wants to take on, if you have Amazon Fresh or you have Whole Foods in your area and you could do it through Amazon, I'll teach you the way to make, your budget work within the Amazon world. I spend less money shopping online than I do going into a grocery store. I spend less time and I spend less money, and I'm happy to
found that. I'll be honest with you. I haven't found that. I mean, like every time I shop online with Fresh or Whole Food Markets or whatever, like I get a little bag of shit for like $80, and I'm always really.
I shop the sales. I am consistent in what I buy, and I know I don't impulse shop. So
how do you have where does it say the sale items?
Oh, they always have at the very top before you even go in and start shopping each of the categories. There's what's on sale this week. So I start there, and then I start filling in with things that aren't on sale.
See, I'm always like, okay, what do I feel like eating? I feel like eating Wagyu beef. I put in Wagyu beef and it says $40 a pound. I go, oh, son of a bitch.
I know, right? No, that's the wrong way to shop. No. The way to shop is to just think about what does your family need? How many different meals are you doing? And break it into ingredients that you're going to need to create those. And I have standards. Like if I run out of spinach, I'm on Amazon adding that to my shopping basket. If I'm out of kale or if I'm out of bananas or we run out of almond milk, like there's some real things that like make you go, but I always have an open shopping basket on my Amazon account. And as soon as it gets large enough to what I need for the next kind of round of stuff, I have it delivered. And if I'm going to put any money into it, I give it in tip to the Amazon delivery service because I'm very specific. I order a lot of produce through Amazon, and I want them picking good stuff for me. So I want them knowing what their tip is ahead of time and what my specifications are. And then if I get stuff that like I get lemons that are bruised or I get, cauliflower that's moldy, I have zero regret over contacting Amazon and having it pulled off my bill. I don't do it a lot. My shoppers are really good for me. Yes, Susie, hit the sales first, and work everything around. Because you know what the sales are? The sales are things that are at peak perfection. So you're going to find sales on raspberries because they're almost out of season right now. You're going to find it on melons. You're not going to find it on apples because this is apple season and this is when they're premium.
Big melons or small
Oh my God. You just You just put money in your account for how bad you're being. Boy. So I
like good sized melons.
Okay, good. I'm so glad you like good sized melons. I love fresh melons that smell sweet. So that is my preference. But tonight, let's get back to food. I'm gonna make lamb meatballs. They're truly one of my favorite things in the whole world. Again, for my people who don't want lamb, you can do beef, you can do ground chicken, you can do ground turkey, you can do ground pork. Any of those work. This is a good basic meatball recipe. For my people that are plant-powered, that don't want any meat at all, a good substitute in here would be mushrooms. Like diced up mushrooms would be super good in this. Squash would be really good in this. There's like many different things that go through the mind that would be really good as a meatball in this. Maybe black beans. We could run a number of varieties. And then there are also ways that you can really extend a budget too. These meatballs would be good with canned chicken. Or canned tuna or canned salmon. Use the same proportions and then just add.
What the fuck is canned chicken?
Have you never had Hang on.
You're like Miss Non-Processed, and now you're bringing out canned.
Yeah, but every once in a while, you gotta have something. You gotta have something like this on your shelf because your fridge is empty and you still got to come up with a meal. Yeah, it's not the best. I'm not saying this is my everyday kind of eating, but if you're eating on an extreme budget and you need to stretch things and you need a little protein, canned chicken is not terrible.
All right, I'll give you your canned chicken if you give me my ramen, like packaged
Oh.
ramen.
All right, I'll give you your ramen, but I really want to clean up your decaf coffee.
Oh, I don't like decaf. I drink full calf now.
I don't want you to have full calf. I want you to have Swiss water processed.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. You take that.
What am I having?
If you do not have Swiss water processed decaf coffee, they're using formaldehyde.
Ew.
Exactly.
I look so young.
Because you're preserved. Oh, that's hilarious.
Real hair.
I like the hair. All right. So here in this, because we're going to do slightly Greek, because to me, lamb is always Greek. I can't get away from it. I've got in here some fresh parsley, fresh mint. I've got lemon zest. I've got garlic cloves that I actually diced up today, and shallots. Like this smells so ridiculously good. It's so fresh. And this is going to be the base of the flavor with the, I've got a pound.
See, look at that. My girl's got my back. Check it out.
Marcy, I'm sorry to tell you, I make really, really good ramen, but it doesn't come in a spice packet. So check it out. I have a ramen noodle soup that I made that has a tomato broth and beautiful chunks of fish and shrimp in it. It's out on my Vimeo channel, vimeo.com/food2.5. Look for the ramen recipe. There's like a world of difference between what I call ramen and what V calls ramen.
Can you reset the lamb recipe? Because I was totally been interrupting you. I'm so sorry. What's in that bowl?
Okay. All right. So this is going to be a lamb meatball. So this is a pound of lamb, and I've got fresh parsley, fresh mint, lemon zest, fresh garlic, and shallots in here. Okay. So all the fresh stuff. Then what we're going to add 1 egg. Now the right way to do this would be into a separate bowl and then put it in here, and so we don't get shells in there, but I'm going to wing it tonight. And then we get a little bit of salt and pepper, just a little bit. It doesn't need a tremendous amount. All right, into there. And then I'm just going to use my hands, and then we'll wash our hands. But you just want to mix it around a little bit. All right, and while I'm doing that, let's turn that on. Oh God, you guys, just even touching this, holy cow. This is so good. So this is going to be really just luscious when we get done with it. All right, now, one massive bowl right there. That we're going to turn into.
I do enjoy your enthusiasm for cooking. I mean, it is, because a lot of my followers would look at that and go, "Yo, like oh,
really?
It would make, yeah."
All right, well, you can use a spoon. Like it's not,
No, but I like getting the hands in there.
I think.
So what? Let's see. Put a 1 in the comment section if you think that's gross to kind of get your hand in there. Put a 2 if you think it's cool.
Yeah.
Two cool to get your hand in there, get it dirty, or one kind of like.
Yeah, right. Okay, now the next step to this, while you guys are voting, I want to show you how you get small, medium, and extra large balls. Okay, very quickly. I've shown these before. These are my favorite.
Is it on Tinder? Do you get it on Tinder?
This is a very special section of Amazon that you can get your ball makers. But this makes making meatballs so fast. You can do it without these. This is not a requirement. This is an optional. But I swear to you, I can make like 6 or 7 dozen balls in about 15 minutes by having these scoops. I love these scoops. So they're probably they're one of the cheapest things I have in this kitchen, and they're probably in my top 3 tools that I would say you have to have. You have to have a sharp knife, you have to have a good grill pan, and you have to have scoops to make your balls.
I'm wrong. There's only a few ones, but most of them choose. They think it's cool to work with their hands. That's really awesome. That's good. Way to go, guys.
I know. I'm really impressed. I think you can get a better mix with your hands. You can feel like, you can feel in the massive ball whether you have it right or not. Eileen, you could put breadcrumbs in this. You could put right.
So what you're saying is the key is to feel the balls with your hands. That's what you did. I hear you right? Did you just say that?
Yes, and massage it. Massage it.
So what you're saying is you have to massage the ball in your hand.
I'm such a good straight man for you. It's ridiculous.
I need my girl to hear this. Say that you have to massage the ball in your hand. Okay.
Yes, and keep it moist. Okay. But I wanted to answer Eileen. Eileen asked me if we should have breadcrumbs, and you could. I've used breadcrumbs. I've used oatmeal. I've used almond flour. They all work. With this kind of lamb, though, I have to tell. Oh my God, Marcy!
Say it. I'll put $2 in. Say it.
You are killing me. That is awesome. But with a lamb like this, you don't have to have it. We're going to cook these stovetop, so these do not need they do not need bread. But if you were trying to, which I did many times as a single mom, stretch this a little bit farther, the easiest way to do it is to put some kind of bread binder in there. But these will be just fine without it. All right, look at that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 16, 22. Yeah, we're gonna get 2 dozen of these, or maybe a bit more out of a pound of meat. That's not bad. This will be great. This is more than what 3 people can eat, especially with those filet mignon skewers. So I just wanted you guys to see making meatballs. All right, one more time. I need to get my hands washed. All right, I've got the oil getting hot. I put about, I know I didn't say it. I can't always be the participant. I
can't because I said it a lot of times.
I know, right? All right.
It's funny if I say it because
I know, right? It is funnier when you say it. All right, so I've got 2 to 3 tablespoons of avocado oil. I like to pan saute in avocado oil because it has a high heat point, and it and so it handles frying like this very, very well. But let me just show you one thing I was going to do. So I have this
grill pan, since you already have it out and you don't have to dirty another grill pan.
I could, but it has a lot of the hoisin on it, and it's gonna end up being a sugary,
Yeah, but in the real world, you would have done the meatballs first, right? And
that's exactly it. That is totally what I would have done. But I'm gonna do 2 pans tonight. All right. So another thing that you can do while I'm waiting on the pan to heat up, these are Greek meatballs, and I have this gorgeous Greek feta that I got. That's a combination of sheep's milk and goat's milk. This stuff, I don't eat a lot of cheese, but this stuff makes me cry. It's so good. So what I would do with some of these meatballs, because not everyone's going to want it, is there we go. I don't know if you could see that. But
Heather
I would
with
spread
your
the cheese right in the middle of the ball. Yes, I would. So I'm going to see if I can. Yeah, there we go. Look at how beautiful. I can already hear them. They're doing
You don't want cheese in the middle of your balls. That's not good. I've seen that, and that is nasty. Oh, no.
Okay, all right. We are going to pretend that we are adults just for a few moments. All right, so I'm going to do a couple with cheese so you can see that when those come off. And a bunch of these without. You can literally put these on a pan and put them in the oven.
Is it a shallow fry or not really even a shallow fry?
It's not even really a shallow fry. It's like maybe 3 tablespoons of oil. So just enough that it's going to coat the outside.
So you're really doing some browning.
I'm browning. And because these are small, okay, these are going to totally cook stovetop. But if I had bigger balls, right, then I would brown them like this on the stovetop and just take that whole pan and put it in the oven. Yeah. So we're gonna go just a few more, and then I can go ahead and plate everything and show you what dinner would look like at my house for the holidays. All right. So while those are cooking. Actually, let me grab, I need to get tongs.
Yeah, Ian has another good question. What do you think of the fat percentage of the lamb, approximately? Is it generally, do you think lamb is a leaner meat than like beef?
No. No, it's not.
I thought it was.
It's a tender meat. I think they're probably about the same if I had to guess about it. But here's the thing. Here's my theory. Fat doesn't make you fat. Processed carbs, empty carbs, and sugar make you fat.
Fat doesn't make you fat? The hell?
I know. I'm saying crazy talk. I know. But the way you do it is you have smaller portions. We have 3-ounce portions. Whether it has a high fat content in it or not does not actually change whether I'm fat. Now, if I take and I put these meatballs into a big piece of pita bread, that's a whole different, topic. But as a meatball on a salad platter, I think that's a really well-balanced meal. And I didn't even put any breading in these meatballs. Okay, those are almost done. We got a few minutes.
There on the passing was really important, which is that it's a balanced meal. And what we're going to teach you in the club 2.5 is we're going to repair broken relationships with food. there's not one bad thing. Carbs are not the enemy. Fat's not the enemy. Sugar is not your downfall. It's really like this. It's a balanced meal that you have to have. And I love what I'm seeing on your plate. And I'm going to get out of here so I can see that delicious looking.
Hang on here. Okay, so here's how I would serve this. If this was holiday, let me back you up just a little bit, pull you down just a little bit, so you're looking at my platter. So this is a beautiful arugula, wild rocket, sometimes it's known as, just depends upon the store. I've got sliced cucumbers here, and I've got sliced heirloom tomatoes.
Called rocket in Europe and Australia.
And Trader Joe's does too. So, they all have kind of tried to be a little bit. Yeah, well, that is true. That is absolutely true. All right. So on a meal like this, because I've got richness in the lamb and I've got richness in the filet mignon, I don't need a huge heavy dressing on this. So what I'm going to do, I'm not even going to make a dressing. I'm going to use this beautiful hazelnut oil. You all know, if you follow me at all, La Tourangelle is one of my absolute favorites. I would pick a really nice nut oil. So there's walnut, there's pistachio oil. I know a lot of you use the Kinnock pecan oil. Yeah, nuts.
Nut oil.
Yes, we are. I'm going to go ahead and just.
Nut oil.
Yeah, I'm going to drizzle a little bit of this on the salad. You're not going to need a lot because the lamb balls are going to bring some to it, and the filet mignon. All right, then we're going to put a little bit.
The lamb balls with the nut oil is going to be delicious.
That I massaged to perfection. All right, now I've got, this is Maldon French sea salt. I love the huge big flakes. Here, let me just show you in my hand. Isn't that beautiful? I love that salt. So we're going to put that over the top of this. All right, so we've got that. We want to salt the tomatoes because they don't have anything. We're going to salt that. We're going to salt these cucumbers. Then what I'm going to do, okay, these are now done. I'm going to take one.
I like what you said there, which is that, like, I think a lot of people would look at that hazelnut oil and say, oh my God, it's like $9, $10. It's so expensive. But what you're really trading out is basically you can use it like a vinaigrette, basically a salad dressing. You can get rid of ranch and blue cheese.
Yeah, and if you want a little bit of a bite, acidic bite, squeeze some lemon or lime over the top of this. That would be beautiful, and it would go so well with these with the lamb because it already has lemon zest in it. I find sometimes vinaigrettes to be just too much acid for me, sitting with a whole big plate like this. So I personally like just a drizzle of oil over the top.
Yeah, actually, let me jump in here real quick because a lot of bariatric surgery patients, especially gastric sleeve patients, suffer from pretty bad heartburn afterwards. And that's through bad eating behaviors, alcohol, coffee, the high acid stuff, tomato sauces. And they often forget, even though I promote having a salad, that vinaigrettes are basically acid dressings. So this is a nice alternative. You did the hazelnut oil, salt, anything else? You didn't put anything in there? You didn't put a squeeze of lemon or orange juice or nothing?
We could, but you know what? These skewers I'm putting right on top so that their juices can go right into and wilt the lettuce just a little bit. But look at this. All right, so this is a platter. I said 3 at first, but based upon how much I've got in here, I could feed 4 people comfortably with this platter. I mean, look at that. And you could add any vegetables in that you want. You could I put all the meatballs on top of cucumber slices because I just like that freshness with the paired with the fat. You could put more tomatoes. You could put, different kinds of, vegetables that you have in your fridge. You could roast some vegetables and put them underneath. You could, oh my gosh, last week we made caramelized onions. If you put caramelized onions across these greens, that would be absolutely gorgeous. So I love this platter. And this is, to me, a very celebratory platter.
That's beautiful. Give it up for Sandy.
Yeah, and how long have we been on? Like half an hour?
Yeah, no. 50 That is great. What about a little tzatziki sauce or something underneath between a little yogurt sauce to kind of
Yeah, that would be awesome. In fact, I do that a lot of times with baked potato chips. So if you just take a potato, cut it, drizzle with oil, and put it in the oven till they're crispy, a little tzatziki on that potato and a meatball on top. Oh, wow. That would be
made Friday night for Erica's birthday. Was it?
No,
last night for the Alaskan king crabs.
Yes.
All I did some oven roasted butternut squash, like literally peeled it, diced it, olive oil, salt and pepper in the oven, like little cubes of sugar candy. It was so good, crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside, sweet. Mason loved it. The 4-year-old loved it. Erica, it was amazing.
What's not to love? That's like as my friend Daniel Amen always likes to say, that's God's candy.
Daniel Amen?
I know Daniel Amen. Yeah, he had an office here in Irvine.
Really good friends, like he knows you.
No, I wouldn't say we're good friends. No. But we've run in the same circles. He used to come all the time to senior events. So I took care of
a conference one time and talked to him for a little bit, but I wouldn't say one.
Yeah, no, he's a good guy, and he's the real deal. He's the real deal. He's caring. All right, I thought I would do one more really fast thing, and I don't actually have to cook because I've done everything ahead of time. But I just wanted to walk you all through.
Dessert.
If you did, I know you don't do dessert, but if you wanted a little
dessert, don't be lying.
You always diss me for doing dessert. So okay, all right. Well, here's what I would do. A food 2.5 way to do dessert is, first of all, I would eat the salad until I was full. You never come to dessert totally hungry. And then you just kind of nosh on a couple of bites to set the palate and set the brain and say, okay, now we're done. What I did first was I toasted these nuts with a tablespoon of butter and 2 tablespoons of raw sugar and some spices in a pan. And so these are all ever so lightly candied. Like if you can't even see it on there, it's so light, but there was just enough that they have a little bit of a sweet bite to it. And I put a ton of cinnamon in with it. So I'll put that recipe in there. This one is super easy and it's just a nice like protein at the end. Then I have this super cool one and I've talked about this one before, but I just wanted to show you guys this. I love this. These are fresh raspberries, peak season. I got them on sale. Because we're really at the end of raspberry season, and I put little white chocolate chips in there. I mean, how cute. Now, some of these are small, and they only get one white chocolate chip, and you could put dark in if you prefer dark. Those are really good too. Some of these are nice and deep, and you can fit 2 in there. So these are really good. And each one of these, I know.
Yeah, I know. Some girls can fit 2 in there. Ah!
Exactly. All right. So the kind of cool thing about these is they're only 3 calories each. A raspberry is 1 calorie. Did you all know that? And then these chips, these are particularly small white chocolate chips, but a regular chip is about 2 calories. So yes, Eileen, I said deep. So we are doing white chocolate stuffed raspberries, which this is so pretty. You'll see like these little white chocolate chips just right into the center. And then what I thought, because this is for me, I would put this out at Christmas, is this fresh mint. So I had fresh mint left from doing the meatballs. And so a little bit of fresh mint over the top of this. It's going to look cute. And that mint with the raspberry and white chocolate is going to be just beautiful. All right. So another light kind of dessert. And then in this third bowl, oh God, these. All right, so I took dark cherries. Yeah, into the hole, Ashley. Yes, I did. I said that. You got me. I took these dark cherries out of the freezer. I defrosted them, and then I soaked them in Grand Marnier.
Wow.
We did it an hour before we got on the show. It would be even better tomorrow. And it doesn't have to be Grand Marnier. If you're not into orange, like Amaretto would be really good. Brandy.
Old fashioned, man. That'd be a great in a bourbon drink.
Totally it would. You don't have to buy ones. These are really good. Like these are awesome. And if you didn't want them alcohol, I totally get it. If you've got a bunch of little kids around, I would put orange zest in here. And a little bit of orange juice, because that orange with the cherry it just makes it super special. And then these also, I'm going to say it.
My following would say that's not dessert. Those are toppings to go on top of the dessert.
You can call it whatever.
Like an angel food cake or something.
You could absolutely. Or like these have we've taken the pits out of those, or I didn't have to, they came that way. But without a pit in it, there's a spot for a dark chocolate chip. So you could literally stuff these as well. So this is kind of just a nice, like if you wanted to put your calories somewhere else, you wanted to have an extra cocktail, or you wanted to have more of the meatballs than the single serving size, then, you can light it up on dessert. You don't have to have a really heavy dessert to have it called I'll call it a holiday. I also like to do like slices of fruit, like a slice. That's beautiful. Slice of pear. You could do a slice of pear. Yeah. Yeah, like a Bosque pear. Put some cheese on top with some some brie and maybe one of those pecan walnuts, those candied walnuts or something like that. And I love that because, again, not super sweet, so it doesn't set your brain into motion going, okay, I need another cookie. Okay, I need another piece of cake. I need a brownie. Like it just, it finishes it. My other trick that I always have done, and this is the single mom in me, but it just kind of works for diet as well, is I literally calculate how many people I'm going to be eating with, and I put enough servings for about 110%. So everyone can have their single serving plus just a little bit. So if we're going to go back for a second serving, we have to walk into the kitchen, make it, and think about it. It's not just like a food fest sitting there. It also, I raised boys. It also taught them to look at the platter and look around the room and figure out what their portion was appropriate. And that was a hard lesson with boys. I have to tell you, that took concerted effort.
What they need to go in for first.
Exactly. They're like, oh my God, I like the meatballs.
Hey, hold up that platter again because it was really beautiful what we had at the end, and just remind the viewers what we.
Yeah, so we've got arugula or whatever dark greens you like on the bottom. We tossed it with this beautiful hazelnut oil and flake sea salt. I've got heirloom tomatoes and cucumbers underneath here. And the two things that we cooked are the hoisin glazed filet mignon, which, rightfully you could glaze it with just about anything. There's a lot of different glaze options. And then these are lamb meatballs. And again, you can make them any meat you want, and then there's plenty of vegetarian versions that you could do a version of this platter. Portobello mushrooms would be awesome as these skewered. I would in a heartbeat grab portobello mushrooms if I was trying to do a complete vegetarian option.
You can do that also in addition to, for sure. And even caramelized onions on there would be amazing with that hoisin sauce.
Exactly. No, you're absolutely right. And again, that's a way to say, I want to have Wagyu, but I don't want to have this. I don't want to have $30 worth. So let's put the mushroom skewers in between so that everyone gets a little bit of Wagyu beef on their palate, but they're filled with really good food choices that keep the budget kind of squared away.
And I love the roasted veggies idea to kind of give the contrast from the cucumber and the tomato sauce.
I
good.
Absolutely love placed salads like this. And this works when you have a crowd that doesn't all eat the same way. So it's very easy to see. I've got somebody in my crowd that doesn't eat tomatoes. It's super easy. Like the tomatoes are right here, so they can go towards the greens,
To those people. Those are crazy people.
Truthfully and honestly, I'm one of those people. Tomatoes, you can see the maters make my skin red immediately. Like I can eat them. I don't die, but I don't feel great.
You're allergic to maters?
Yeah, it's very bad. Tomato. Yeah, I haven't found any tomatoes that are better than others, and strawberries are kind of in the same category for me. So, I like, this works any diet. You come into my house and you're keto. You can see what your keto options are. You're coming to my house with paleo. We got you. My gluten. This totally works for the gluten-free crowd, by the way.
Absolutely.
And if you leave the cheese out of the meatballs, it's the dairy-free crowd is totally happy with this one too.
You know what else would be nice would be if you just shave some rainbow carrots on there.
Oh my God, yeah. Just a billion different ways you could do. Yeah, you could roast any number of things and put them over the top too.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
That would be spectacular.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm seeing how long you can hold that platter up before your arm gets tired.
I have to hold all my balls in the air.
Whoa! Hey, watch out! All right.
And then let me show you the desserts one more time. I actually thought the desserts, which were also balls, were quite good. So we've got the cherries that were done in alcohol, and you have, watch my show from yesterday if you want to know what all your different options are. The lightly candied walnuts and the white chocolate stuffed raspberries with fresh mint over the top of it. So just a nice, a very adult kind of way to end an evening.
Yeah, that's really nice. Really nice. Thank you so much for coming on. Tell us about this Food 2.5.
Yes, my passion project turned full gig. I love the Food 2.5 group. I love Club 2.5 because it's now really set up to support anybody on any part of the journey that they're on. I can take somebody in the group from not cooking at all to cooking, and take somebody who's cooking into gourmet worlds if they want to. And it's such a in this world of negative things going on, it's such a positive place to be. I love that that's what you want to do for adulting. That makes me so happy. So I recognize a lot of these names. We all, we have fun, but we are really, really supportive, respectful of each other. I have yet to see anybody comment on anything in a bad way. And I give people a lot of freedom in the group to post. Yeah. It may not last forever, but at this size right now, everyone's got freedom to do what they want. So it's plenty of live action. It's live daily interaction with questions and commentary. We have a lot of filmed material that we put up to make you think about things. I've done behind the scenes tours of my kitchen, so you can see how I'm set up in the fridge and the pantry. And we take the hard topics and really address them one by one. Like, what happens if you're not supported by a family member? Or what if you've got a family that you've got on different diets that you've got to cook for?
Yeah. For the people who've missed it, the reason why we've been a little bit naughty is because we had this little thing called the swear jar, where a viewer gets to win the swear jar. Anytime Dr. V says a cuss word or something inappropriate to Sandy, you have to put $1 in the swear jar. So what are we up to, Ashley? We were $45. We started the night. I know we had at least $25. So that's $2 in the swear jar for December already. Plus, the same person who wins the swear. Are we going to do 2 prizes, or do you want the winner of the swear jar to also win the prize?
I think we should do 2 prizes. We've already given out 2 prizes in the group, by the way.
All that.
Sally Regan and Judy Luco have won one-on-one sessions with me. So we're totally excited about that. And then I have another one. Besides yours, we have another one coming, $26 tonight. Good. I feel so strongly, so passionately about plating that I'm going to give everyone the rest of the month of December to come up with their best plate and post it. And we're going to go by voting. And we're going to have voting of who's got the best plated celebratory meal. It doesn't have to be Christmas, doesn't have to be New Year's. So just come on in with your best plate and let's give some.
Let me show them the giveaway for December.
Oh yeah.
Do the giveaway, by the way. They need to join. They need to be in the Club 2.5 group. So below is www.join2.5.com. Just click on that. Use coupon code GIFT2020 to get how much?
You get 50% off. So you get in at the $12.50 a month price.
That's awesome. Plus, you'll be involved for this. Is our first giveaway.
That's beautiful. That is just amazing.
Acrylic knife set. It comes with this gorgeous chef's knife. It's in this matte black. It's got this really kick-ass vegetable peeler and cheese grater and coleslaw maker thingamajiggy. It's got steak knives in the back.
That's so awesome. And its own sharpener, right?
Yeah, it's got its own sharpener. And it's cool because you can see exactly what you're getting. There's the sharpener that goes with it. And everybody needs this.
I know, right? We need a pizza knife. And we need it to tell us how we're supposed to use it.
The cheese.
Now we need to say cheese.
This is my set. I've actually been testing it. So if the winner will I'll ship you your version from Amazon. Do you know
anything about the company? Like, I don't know anything about that company.
Home Goods. No, I don't, but I'm really pleased with it.
That's awesome.
It's sharp. Yeah, I used it the other night. It cuts really, really well. Really, really well.
Wow. Oh, that's awesome. All right. Well, good. I'm thrilled. That's our December giveaway. And then we'll have a January giveaway of some new spices for the person coming up with best plating. So get involved. Come hang out with us. We have a great time. We have so much fun.
Let me share my screen with you real quick. Hang tight, Sandy.
Okay.
All right. I want to show you, if you go to join2.5.com, you will pull up this webpage, join2.5.com, and Sandy's got a little special method for you.
I'm embarrassed to tell you how many takes that took to get done.
No, hold on.
And half the calories. This is the hub for the Food 2.5 community. My incredible team and me are live daily within this community. We're doing cooking demonstrations. We're doing new product reviews. We have incredible guests that we bring in, like world-renowned bariatric surgeon, Dr. V.
You know it.
We do super fun activities like Free the Fridge Fridays. And mostly what we try to do is explore new foods and new flavors in a fun way that are super easy. Now, if you're like me, you've tried every diet imaginable. You've calculated, you've measured, you've tracked, you've sacrificed, all in the name of weight loss. And it doesn't take much time before willpower starts to give out and old habits start to creep back in. Why? Because a lifetime of sacrifice is unsustainable. Our program is different. It's different because it's not based upon sacrifice. Quite the opposite, actually. We've built a program. We've built an entire community around abundance and joy. We know that you can eat the food you love and still lose weight. And what we really know is that food decisions are made individually and moment by moment across an entire day. And this means we have many opportunities to make small course corrections to bring you back on track with your weight loss goals. But this level of support is live and it's real time and it's human, with someone who knows you, cares about you, and cares about your success. We've designed programs around this level of support. We have Club 2.5. This is a beautiful community that's there to be interactive, to be based upon learning, and to support each other through the process. We also have Concierge 2.5, which is more individualized, more customized, and more one-on-one level support. Either way, we're a month-to-month program. There's no long-term contracts with us. Just incredible interaction at exactly the level you need and exactly the length of time you need us. So come join our community. We'd love to have you. Hit subscribe on the program that meets your needs and come start living your best life one great meal at a time.
Yay, Sandy. Good job. Yeah, that looks really good. And then we have all your success in mind, human connection, inspiration, hope. If you use the coupon code GIFT2020 at your checkout, GIFT2020, you'll get 50% off. And I love this. The club service is awesome. The cooking show, the daily interaction, Free the Fridge Fridays, the Purge Your Pantry, our online community, all the recipes. But this concierge deal is phenomenal. It's nothing like we are so much better than Weight Watchers, right? You get immediate interaction. If they sign up now, can you still take on clients, Sandy?
I have a few openings left, but honestly, they're starting to really thin because it's, we have so much going on in both communities. That's so cool. If you want to work with me directly, this would be the time to sign up and do it.
For 50% off, you'll get one-on-one coaching with Sandy. You get a photo food journal, real-time feedback. You send her pictures of what you're eating right then and there, and she will respond with how you can make it better or healthier. Yeah. So just click subscribe. You got a ton of testimonials to go through, and that's all I wanted to show you guys.
Perfect.
And, I've enjoyed doing these videos with Sandy, but honestly, these sort of videos, center yourself. These sort of videos will be really what you'll see in the Club 2.5 community, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we only do these on my fan page when we're launching. So this is a launching period. This 50% offer ends when, Sandy?
December 26th. So right after Christmas. So
I thought it was December 20th.
Okay.
December 26th, right after Christmas.
Well, it's like get your Christmas shopping done.
It'd be a great gift. It'd be a great holiday stocking stuffer for 1 month. Give it to somebody. Do it with your daughter, your kids, your family, your husband. It'd be a great gift, So, Sandy, I can't thank you enough. You are so much fun, and here's some people that are already in it. Catherine, she loves it. She says it's totally worth trying. We've got a lot of viewers who are in it too. I'm trying to look for messages here. Here you go. Angie, so tired of calorie counting.
Yeah.
So these are all the things we try to change.
Yep. And it's working. We have so many people that are doing so well and looking at food in such a different way and really enjoying it and losing weight.
Yeah. And you don't have to be a weight loss surgery patient.
No.
They're all weight loss surgery patients.
Nope. I've got a combination and it works for everybody. We have to be a little more careful with the weight loss, with the surgery patients, just to make sure that we're not doing anything, you know. But
Macintosh, hire, come on in. We would love to have you. Welcome.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah, do it. Deborah loves the club. That's awesome. Michael, get with it.
Yeah.
Get in the club. So much fun. So much fun.
Love it.
I love all the reviews. And all these commenters, they're not getting paid, by the way.
No.
These are,
just...
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Jay, we had fun with cocktails. Like even cocktails you can do, you can
tell me ahead of time. You know how much money would be in the swear jar if we had cocktails and we were actually drinking together? If you had to be drinking for an hour.
I would have burnt food and you would have a ton of money in the jar.
There's a ton of money in the jar. So Ashley, I think we're up to $71 for the month. And we're going to shoot for around $100 a month and then $100 for the prize. So it's totally be totally worth it. All right. Yep. Meredith, we're signing off, Meredith. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. But you'll be able to see it on replay.
Yep.
Oh, Yin Yang, I adore you. I adore everyone. This is I know. I do. I love this community. They come in wanting to learn and wanting to change, and nothing that I suggest do they look at as wacky. So
no, it's totally awesome. All right, I want to join. Don't love cooking anymore, but my hubby does that. He is good. He can always get better.
Yeah, I have a couple of husbands that say, "Oh, is that a Sandy meal?"
You've had a couple of husbands? Wow.
No. The members come back and tell me that my husband knows when I'm cooking a Sandy meal.
Look at that. We said last night you were missing out on all the cocktails. Yep. See?
Right.
All right.
Oh, that was great. All right. Well, V, I just want to thank you. It is always a pleasure being on with you. I love how much fun we have doing this, and it's been just an honor to be in the room with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Go feed your hungry boys. That food is cold. Your salad's getting cold, Sandy.
I know, right? Okay. All right. I'm going to go feed everyone. So, mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night.
Whoops, I cut her off too soon. Hey guys, really get in on this offer. If you missed the Black Friday offer, 60% off. This is the next lowest you're going to get, which is the Christmas special, 50% off. Use the coupon code GIFT2020, GIFT2020. Say 50% off. Then we're going to do New Year's for 40% off. Then we're going to officially launch. That's it. Your New Year's is your next thing. Don't miss out on this one. Right, guys? Tell your friends, your loved one, and me. It'd be a great, great, great Christmas gift, too, for everybody. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.